Everyone, thanks for dropping by the channel today. We're going to do some great stuff with my Fuji X-T30 today. We're going to be looking at using Fujifilm simulations and Richie Roche's Fuji X Weekly or Weekly X or whatever the heck it's called app that is unbelievable. He's got, I don't know if it's hundreds, but he's got tons and tons of really great recipes in here. And we're going to go through a few of them that I've got set up on my camera. And I'm shooting in my my X-T30. I'm only using as a JPEG film camera, if you will. So follow me along as we take some shots of a really cool house over here in Bayview. Talk to you in just a bit. Boy, oh boy, the wind is howling over here. So anyway, what I've got worked up today is we're going to be working with some Fujifilm simulations that Richie Roche's app, Fuji X Weekly, and it's available on iOS, and I believe it's available on Android as well. Great stuff. There's a bunch of beautiful simulations in there for different types of film, and you can become a member. I think it's like $19.95 or $20 or whatever it is, and you get inside access to all the new ones, and he's adding film simulations all the time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the 7 that I've got set up on my X-T30 here. Most of them are auto white balance, and Rich, unfortunately, or I should say maybe fortunately, has used the white balance shift on all of these, maybe except for the black and white one that I've got set up. That unfortunately you've got to go in and change that, because you can only save, on my X-T30 at least, and my X-T3, you can only save one white balance shift per different white balance that So here we are in the IQ setting, in the back of the camera, in the menu setting, and we're going to scroll down to, we're on the first page, we're going to scroll down to white balance, and it says auto. So this is where we can set our white balance, or I should say our color shift in the auto white balance section. So just click over, and we want to do a +2 red, we go over 2, and then we do a -3 blue, go down 3 blue. It's pretty easy to set up. And you might have to do this for a few of the white balance, the auto white balance settings. This is really cool. This house here is over in Bayview in Gloucester, and it's got a whole bunch of different lobster pots on it, which are great. Great stuff here, and I'm going to go through about 7 of these, 2 black and whites at the end, and I have to adjust the white balance because I think 4 of my simulations that I have set on here are auto white balance, and they all have a shift on them. So I'm going to go through, I'm going to show you this app, and I think you'll like it. So here we go. So the first one we got set up here is Kodachrome, and it's Fuji X Weekly's version of Kodachrome, and I really kind of like it. It's a little bit muted. The colors don't pop as much, but I think you'll like it. It's really, really nice. And like I said, I will also show you the actual app in use so that you'll understand what I'm doing. So you can see here on the tablet, we scroll over to the Fuji X app, and we get into the app here and go to the recipes, and you can also go to the settings menu right here and got some great options. Go to FujiXweekly.com, his Instagram site or his YouTube site, and then the most important thing, how to add recipes to your camera. And also at the top you can see become a Fuji X Weekly patron. Okay, now we're going to scroll down to the Kodachrome simulation. There it is right there. Now we're going to check and make sure it's for our camera at the bottom there. And this shows you the whole recipe right here in front of you. This is the Kodachrome film simulation straight out of camera JPEG. And as you can see, the colors are a little bit muted, but I kind of like it. The next one I've got set up here is actually a simulation of Ektachrome SW. Kodachrome Ektachrome SW. It's a warmer film, and you'll see that in this shot here. Okay, back into the app again. We're going to scroll down to Kodak Ektachrome SW and make sure it's for our camera. Where is it? It's in here somewhere. It's under Kodak. Kodak Ektachrome SW. There it is, 100 SW. Now you can see that this Ektachrome 100SW simulation is a lot warmer than the classic Chrome simulation.
Okay, the next shot here is K64, my favorite film of all time. Can't get it processed anymore. I must have probably about 10 rolls left in the refrigerator. Never know, somebody might want to do it. Anyway, this is a warmer film simulation by the app, and it takes a lot of the blue out and adds a lot of yellow. So now that I've got light, I'm taking a photograph.
Okay, back into the app again. There it is, K64, Kodachrome 64. You can see some examples at the top here, and there's the simulation for you to copy into your camera. Again, this K64 simulation is very warm. I'm not so sure I like it like this. I'd probably back off the minus blue a bit.
One's kind of interesting. It's Portra 160, which requires a daylight setting. So what I've had to do, since I can't set 2 daylight settings, I can only set 1. So what I've done is I've gone and I've set my Kelvin setting to about 5600, 5800, something like that.
Okay, back into the app again. We're looking for Kodak Portra 160. And there it is down there. And you can see we've got some examples at the top, and the simulation is right there, and it's for our camera. Since I didn't have the daylight white balance available, I had to set my Kelvin setting to 5600, which is way too warm. It should have been up there around 5900, and this would have made this simulation a little bit better, I think.
Now the next one is Superior 800. Now, I used to shoot a lot of Fuji Pro, which is Superior film. It was just refrigerated before it was sold to us. So I used a lot of 400 and 800, and this resembles the 800.
Okay, back into the app again, and I don't remember this film being quite this green. So some adjustments need to be made. Something seems wrong here. I'm not really sure what it is, but I'm going to try and fix it.
Here we go with the black and white simulations. I really like this one. This is an Acros version that I've kind of tweaked a little bit, but I like it. I really like it.
So when we get to the app up here in Acros, you can see that there is no shift, no color shift for auto white balance. So it's kind of neat. It's kind of even neutral. And you can see in this image here, I really like this simulation a lot. Nice, beautiful tones. It's gorgeous.
So this is a T-Max simulation. A T-Max is a pretty contrasting film. Used it a lot at the end of my career instead of Tri-X.
So now you can see when we get to this T-Max 400 recipe, there's a huge shift for daylight. +9 red, -9 blue. I don't really know how to interpret that, but it's a very contrasty looking simulation, which is pretty good in some circumstances.
Boy, what a great spot it is over here. Bay View over in Cape Ann, Gloucester. I had a lot of fun with the XT30 today, and tried to show you Richie Roche's new app that he's got going on, Fuji X Weekly, and he's got a lot of film simulations in there, and we tried to set them all up on here. The only problem is with this camera, I have to go in and set up the white balance shifts in it every time it's auto white balance, unfortunately. I did a couple of them that were different, but I hope you like it. We had a lot of fun with this, and I know you will too. Now this camera here, the XT30, this is my backup camera, and you know what I've done with it? It's only shooting JPEGs now, and I'm having a lot of fun with that. And you know, really that's what photography is all about. It's all about having fun, finding interesting compositions in the everyday world, and I know you'll like that. So if you like this video, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, and give me a like. That would be great, and a comment would be also awesome too. Please go to my website, check out my workshops. I've got some great workshops going on, especially Bill Fortney, Fuji X photographer from way back. He's a great photographer, and I know you'll enjoy his camaraderie on our Maine Lighthouse tour. It's a fabulous tour up the coast of Maine. We're going to hit 8 or 9 lighthouses. I know you'll like it. Got another one called the Lupine and Waterfall Workshop, and you know where that is? That's in Sugar Hill, New Hampshire, Franconia Notch, Cannon Mountain area. It's right off of 93, easy to get to, and we're staying at the Inn at Sunset Hill, an awesome place. We've had a workshop up there before, and we loved it. Great place. Spectacular sunsets, shining right over in Cannon Mountain and Franconia Notch. Absolutely beautiful. We also got some September workshops coming up, or I should say tour and workshop. Please check those out. And that's it for this week, and we'll catch you next time.